Hey, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to use AI to help us to machine this part. So, as you have noticed, I have been building in my garage a humanoid robot, and right now I'm going to build the knee for the robot. So, check out my older videos, but first we're going to have to go to the computer. So the first thing that you have to do is to use your cam. In this case, I'm using Fusion360. You're going to have to go to the settings and enable the MCP. So in that way we can connect using Cursor or Claude code. Once that you are in Claude, or in this case in Cursor, you can add it, the MCP. In my case, I have already the MCP, so I just need to enable it. So I just toggle it, and then now we are ready to be able to start prompting what do we want. You have to be super specific. If you pay attention to my prompt, I'm telling it, hey, go to a specific file, connect via the MCP to the Fusion360, and in order to be able to perform all of the operations that I want. Also, another trick that I found out is that you have to set your tools to be able to perform it better. Again, probably if you have a CNC and you have done this work, you already have that set up. But don't worry, also AI will be able to do it for you. Once that AI kind of understand your plan, I'm telling it to see another bracket that I have done in the past for me to be able to kind of tell them how I like it to do the cam work on my CNC. So as you can tell here, it actually takes pictures of the part. So I was very surprised that it's already looking into the part and it knows the geometry and understands very well. The one thing that you're going to notice is that it's burning a lot of tokens. So, and sometimes it makes mistakes, right? You'll spot a couple things, like right now, it positioned the part in a standing out. So sometimes it gets stuck in that way, so you have to kind of help it to prompt it back. It's like, hey, the part has to be lay around, and it's gonna take you some time, but sometimes, for me, it takes me longer sometimes to do all of the cam work. And now that I understand how I can use this tool, I can basically prompt it for me to help me out. And I also notice that taking screenshots and pointing arrows, it helps faster to spot the problems for the AI. So I think that sometimes you have to treat the AI like an intern. So and it will help you. Like in this case, it lay it flat, but it move it to a corner. And again, you have to be able to tell the AI, hey, it is in the corner, you're gonna have to do it. By the way, everything that you're seeing there, the AI is adding the setup, is adding each of the operation, is basically planning all of the different machining for this part. So I'm just kind of inspecting a little bit what it's doing for me, so that way I can take a look. So it took maybe about, I'll say 15-20 minutes for the AI to be able to do this, which maybe for me will take me 40 minutes in some cases, because it's a lot of clicking. But once it's doing it, I review the work, and actually it's pretty solid. I didn't have to change much. I only changed a couple of the, like in the case of the holes, I have to simulate it because I wanted to go through, so I changed a couple settings there. This is for the setting the drill spot. But after that, I start simulating to see how it did everything. And the next one was the pecking. That was the other thing that I changed because I didn't prompt it. But I'm pretty positive if I will prompt, hey, make sure that you are doing a pecking on the holes on the boards, it will do it. And finally, I'm very surprised I also pick up like my half-inch end mill in order to do that. But anyways, I think that it did a pretty good job. And then after that, I just exported it so that way I can send it to the machine. I didn't spot it any issue, so I saw that it cleaned out very well. And then I start to machine the part, and here it is. Looks pretty good, huh? Like, subscribe, and let me know what type of videos do you want to see. But yeah, this is the knee. Bye.